Hello, it's Jay. For my next reading out loud project, I'm going to do In the Seven Woods, being poems chiefly of the Irish heroic age by William Butler Yeats. I decided I would continue on with poetry, trying to keep that focus on the particular words and enunciating them, trying to work on my vocal delivery. So I'm finding reading poetry is the way to go. I picked this particular collection because there seems to be sort of the early period of Yeats, which is kind of more romantic, a little bit more flowery, I guess. And then he seems to shift into a more spare, more what to my mind is a more modern sounding poetry in the 1900s, and this is the first collection that came up with that. This is In the Seven Woods was published in 1903. So with that said, I will start in on this collection. There's no actual introduction. William Butler Yeats, Irish poet, probably one of the great poet of the 20th century, even though he was publishing in the 19th. I think it's that 20th century stuff where you get kind of the really big works by him. And I tried a collection of his poetry, like a selected ones, and I think the poems at the beginning didn't particularly do much for me because they were of that early period, which isn't to say that they're not good, but I figured I would try and pick a single collection where I just read it through, see which poems sing out, because this is just what he was writing at the time versus getting those very, with poets, they have the posterity has a tendency to winnow things down to very much, these are all the winners, these are all the bangers, and a lot of the stuff in between just gets shuffled off and nobody ever reads again. This is, let's put it in its context in the collection that it was released in 1903, 2 years after my grandfather was born. All right, I will leave it there. Let's get into it.